What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. Well, it was fun while it lasted, everybody. All right, we had a good feeling about this Avatar The Last Airbender Netflix adaptation. You know, we were getting all the trailers, we were getting all the photos from the set. Everything looked great. Looked like they nailed all of the characters. They nailed the look. Everybody looked great in costume. I'm like, oh man, this is phenomenal. I can't wait to see this. The trailer is playing, the music's coming in, you're getting pumped up. Oh yeah, man, I can't wait. Avatar The Last Airbender. Well, it looks like it's just going to be a hot mess. That's what it looks like right now, because all that stuff can be great, or everything can look phenomenal. But if you can't get the story right and you can't get the characters right, and you decide to deviate from what the original was, oh yeah, you're lost. What have I always said? When you do any of these live action adaptations, get as close to the original as humanly possible. That's all you got to do. All right? Don't try to recreate this thing. Don't try to recreate the wheel. It was fine the way it was. That's why you're trying to adapt it, because it was huge and it was popular and everybody liked it. So what is the point of changing anything? But yeah, here we go here, pounding in the comics. Netflix's Avatar Last Airbender star, I guess this is Kia Wentio, reveals live action series took out the element of how sexist Sokka was. And you might be saying, well, it's not a great thing to be sexist. No, it's not a great thing to be sexist. However, this is Sokka's character. This is exactly who Sokka is. He was this way from the very first episode, all right? And it's a journey for Sokka to grow out of that. You know, that's part of his character growth. Why would you take that away from this character? And it's not like Sokka is some side character you just throw away. He's like one of the most important characters in the entire series. You know? Some people say, man, it's Aang, Katara, Sokka. In that order. Like, you know, these are the most important moments for this character. How sexist he was is very important to his character arc. Why would you remove that from the show? And it makes you start to think, okay, if they remove this, what else did they take out? What else are they out there fiddling with? So, yeah, that's a major issue right now for me. So I'm already calling it. This thing is going to be a hot mess. I hope I'm wrong. All right, because this is one of my favorite all-time series in terms of animated series. All right, you can't see it back here, but I got Avatar stuff up. I love this show. And so for them to screw it up like this, it just doesn't make any damn sense. You didn't write this show. The writers, and that's why they bolted, okay? If y'all didn't know, yeah, Brian Canisco and Michael Dante DiMartino, they bounced. They was like, deuces, I'm out of here, because they were losing the creative flux. They couldn't do what they wanted to do. They said, nah. And this is probably one of the things that they were like, yeah, what are you doing? You know? But yeah, let's go ahead and check out what they're doing on here. This is on Bounded in the Comics. In the latest example of Western entertainment being held hostage by those with the worst concept of media literacy in human history, Netflix's Avatar The Last Airbender star, Kia Wentio, I think that's how you say it, has revealed that the writers of the live-action series adaptation made a conscious effort to excise the sexist elements of Sokka's character. The Katara actress provided this eye-rolling insight into this change while speaking to Entertainment Weekly's Nick Romano alongside her fellow castmates in promotion of the series' upcoming February 22nd premiere. At one point during the press appearance, Sokka's live-action actor, Ian Owsley, informed the outlet that one of his main goals in bringing the boomerang-wielding wisecracker to life was to make sure he kept his performance true to the character's original animated depiction. Yeah, unfortunately, they took out his sexism, which is one of the biggest parts of his character. So I guess you failed on that point. I wanted to make sure that Sokka is funny, he recalled. You should have made sure Sokka was also sexist at the beginning, but then he grows, okay? That's what you should have made sure of, Ian. Yikes, man. From there, Owsley then opined that as there's more weight with realism in every way, some moments from the original show had a different impact when played out between real actors. Jumping off on her co-star's point, Kia Wentio, I hope I'm saying that right, asserted in turn, I feel like we also took out the element of how sexist Sokka was. I feel like there were a lot of moments in the original show that were iffy. Yeah, totally, agreed Owsley. There are things that were redirected just because it might play a little differently in live action. No, it won't. No, it won't. Again, this is just some lame brain idea to, oh, you know, we don't want the hero, this heroic guy, Sokka, sounding like a sexist, sounding like he looks down on women. So we're going to change this character up and we're going to make him who we want him to be. That's all this is. All right. It has nothing to do. Well, it played differently in live action versus as it did in the animation. No, it didn't. All right. This is a deliberate decision. And again, this is why them cats bounced. This is why Bright bounced, because they're like that. This isn't the character. Why would you change what we wrote as far as one of his biggest character growths? Sokka is an important character. And here's the thing. You display Sokka's sexism, and they did it perfectly in Avatar The Last Airbender. They showed this guy from the very beginning as having like this way where he looked down on like female characters just because he was a boy and, they were women. All right. So he had this idea in his mind, but then he comes into contact with all of these different female characters, his sister, obviously, Katara for one, and then you're talking about Yue, then you're talking about Suki from the Kyoshi Warriors, Toph. All right. And he goes through all of these different characters. You could even throw in, Azula and May and Ty Lee. You could throw in all of these characters that he comes into conflict with. And you could say that every single one of these characters had an impact on how he views women towards the end of the series. He absolutely gets humbled several times, and it shows him like, yo, you can't think somebody is less than you, or you can't think you're better than somebody else just because you're a boy and they are women. Now, you can't look at life like that, And it just kind of wakes him up to that realization like, yo, some of these cats are actually better than me in some aspects, And it's funny, like if you check this article out right here. Now, this article was written in 2018, all right? And it says, Avatar The Last Airbender, 25 things everyone gets wrong about Sokka. And I wanted y'all to bring to this particular point that they make here. Yeah, it's number 5. Learn most of what he knows about hand-to-hand combat from Suki. So check this out. While Sokka is a gifted warrior and incredibly skilled when it comes to fighting with his sword and boomerang, he initially underestimated hand-to-hand combat, which caused him to suffer a humiliating defeat when he first faced Suki of the Kyoshi Warriors. He then realized his mistake and asked her to teach him. And by the end of the show, Sokka's combat skills are partially a result of Suki's training. The boy making misogynistic remarks. I wouldn't call him misogynistic, sexist definitely. But he doesn't hate women, or he doesn't hate his sister. He doesn't hate these people. He's just making like crass remarks, sexist remarks. But it says the boy making misogynistic or sexist remarks to his sister in the first episode has certainly come a long way. It's part of his character growth. It's his growth. They're taking away like a key part of this character. Like from Jump Street, Sokka's a sexist character, And I think these guys think it's a joke, like he's playing it around for jokes and laughs. He's saying all of these negative things and he's playing it as a joke. This is literally a part of his character growth, because by the time we get to season 3, he's a completely different character. And he has respect for all the female warriors and the different, characters that he's come into contact with, especially his sister. And so that's the kind of character growth that really weighs in when you're like a kid and you're watching a cartoon, for 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds. 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds was watching this. And that's the coolest thing because examples are the best way that you show the correction of behaviors, So it's not like somebody sitting there and preaching to Sokka, oh, Sokka, you need to be a better person. No, they show Sokka learning from his own experiences, from his own failures. So by the time he gets to the last season, he's a completely different person. Yeah, they show his sexism straight off the bat. But by the time he gets there, he understands, yo, I can't just think I'm better than somebody just because I'm a boy and they're a girl, And that's a really dope kind of topic to explore, especially for young children. That helps both girls and boys. So why would you pull this out? Because you're an idiot and you don't know what you're doing and you don't know what the original design of this thing is. You're just pissed off that, well, this is offensive to me. This character offends me, and they don't want to make movies and television shows that offend them. That's basically what's going on with these clowns. They don't want to do things that offend them. They don't want to show characters that have positions or beliefs that they don't like, that are supposedly heroic. Like I said, Sokka's a hero, no doubt. Like I said, he's one of the 3, it's arguable, because I go, Aang, Katara, Zuko, as far as the most important characters. Some people say, Aang, Katara, Sokka, whichever way you want to slice it. It's like the most important character, one of the most important characters, arguably, in the show. They're just like completely nuking this guy's entire, story arc. It's just absolutely ridiculous, man. Notably, it seems this change to Sokka's character was clearly informed by modern Hollywood's fear of offending the female demographic, as any fan who watched the original series, or at least those of which that engaged with the material all the way through and in good faith, will know that his character's sexism was an important part of his overall character arc, 100%. 100%. And it's amazing that people that probably call themselves fans, like these jokers that made this thing, it's amazing that they don't understand this. They clearly don't understand it, because that's why they did what they did. They think, this is an unimportant thing. Oh, Sokka was just making all of these sexist remarks for jokes. I guarantee you that's what they thought. They thought that this was just him joking around, putting girls down. Isn't it funny? Kids were laughing at it. Oh, but no, we can't have that, you know? But that's the most important thing about storytelling and character. You show the growth. You show the development. And by the time we get to the end, we see where Sokka started and we see where he's landed. And I mean, I don't know, man. It's just sad, bro. It's just really sad. Yes, at various times, Sokka revealed that he had a genuinely sexist worldview towards some topics. For example, in the series' 4th episode, The Warriors of Kyoshi, the hero confidently informs his sister, girls are better at fixing pants than guys. Guys are better at hunting and fighting and stuff like that. It's just the natural order of things. I mean, this again, I don't know how they're going to pull this. How are they going to pull this out of this guy's character arc? How are they going to pull stuff like this out? I mean, if they pulled this stuff all the way out, and I mean, yeah, maybe with some creative writing you can do it, but at the end of the day, it's still not Sokka. It's not going to feel like an authentic representation of who this character really is. And that's what they needed to do. They needed to give us Sokka, rhymes with an aka. Yo, ladies, I just rock it. I love this character, man. I love Sokka. I don't understand why they would do this, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. But you guys let me know what you think about this situation. And again, I'm already calling it. This is going to be a hot mess, y'all. It's going to be a hot mess. All right. You just can't, I just don't understand Hollywood, man. They figured it out with One Piece. Hey, bring this guy in, Ichiro Oda. Just leave him alone. Hey, what you think we should do, Oda? Oh, we should do this? All right, do that. And if Oda said, no, pull that out, that ain't working. Nah, okay, yeah, you got it, Oda. We pulling that right on out of here. But with Break, they was apparently like, nah, man, we just gonna go ahead and go through it. There's the door if you don't like it. With the original Avatar The Last Airbender creators. I'm just disgusted, man, because I want this to be good. But, I mean, no hope right now, okay? Zero hope, all right? My expectations are in the toilet. I'm hoping and praying that I'm wrong. But you guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.